Hi everybody, welcome again to another tutorial on Yonac Magellan 2. So this time we are going to start to have a look at the oscillator side of the synth. So first of all, let's click on the presets and let's click on Init down here, and then let's close this window. As you can hear, we have now an init preset. So let's start to have a look here what we have on the oscillator page. So we have three oscillators, oscillator 1, 2 and 3. So let's start for the first one. So here you have the waveform. If you click on hold, you have the selection of a sine wave, a triangular wave, sharp wave, saw wave, a reverse saw, and a pulse. And it is the same for the second oscillator. And as you can see, on the third oscillator we have a few more options. We have a third of a pulse, a sixth of a pulse, and a normal square. So let's leave this oscillator 1 on pulse. So next you have a dial which allows you to change the pulse width. We have a dial that will change the octave. We have a reset for the oscillator phase and also the ability to enable the sync on. We can change in a similar way on oscillator 2, the pulse width, the octave, and also we have a finer adjustment on the tune. On the third oscillator, we have, as we said, some additional waveforms. We have the ability to follow the key track from a frequency perspective, or if that is not the case, it will be a low or high frequency constant that will be applied. Similar to oscillator 2, we have octave and also a fine-tune adjustment. And for completeness, oscillator 1 and oscillator 2 are actually always key tracked. Next, we have here a section where we can enable the mixer between the three oscillators. So at the moment we have maximum volume for oscillator number 1, and oscillator number 2 and 3 are down to 0. Here on the right hand side we have the ability for both oscillator number 1 and 2 to change the timbre. The timbre is affected by the depth of change and also by a drift effect. And as per manual, just play around with those to see how the waveform is impacted. Okay, we can apply some noise, and we'll also can adjust further the tone here. Okay, here we have the oscillator Unison. If I enable it, so I will enable the state of the Unison to on. And at this point I can start to detune and exercise changes on the width between the different Unison oscillators. And I can act on the maximizer as well. So I can say I have 1 voice, 2 voice, or 3 voice, up to 5. And I can further make adjustment on what will be the maximum drift, and also the maximum spread here. On the left hand side here, just to conclude the view on the oscillator, I have a tuning adjustment for the oscillator. I can decide how much ring modulation from the oscillator number 2 goes into number 1. I can decide if it is poly or not, as per keyboard setting down here, if the legato is on or off, and I can adjust the glide between one note to the other if it is mono. And I can adjust the type of glide from modern, retro, or specialty. Okay, so this is the first page on the oscillator. I hope you found this interesting, and in the next tutorial we'll go further looking at filters. Thank you very much. See you in the next video. Bye.